Hello YouTube. Today we have Miguel and his second place at a case tournament.
My shark bait hoo-ha-ha deck.
The shark bait hoo-ha-ha deck. He played with what, 72, 74 people?
Yeah, like 70 plus people. Really long day. We started like around 1:30 or 2 o'clock.
It was like 2.
And then right now it's 11 p.m.
And you guys played full rounds. You had everything. So yeah, you got second place.
Yeah.
Can we do the shout outs now so people don't click away?
Yeah. Shout outs to my wife, Bria, for bringing me food and always supporting me. Love you, babe. And then shout outs to Team Shenanigans store here for hosting the tournament. Really cool. Also shout outs to Brandon Bain and Jaime. Just go to locals with them a lot, so shout outs to them. And Jaime lets me borrow cards whenever I need them. Shout outs to Team Shenanigans Gaming, Josh. Shout outs to Josh, right over here.
Josh the greatest.
Hey, there you go, Josh the greatest.
And anyone else?
Yeah, and then shout outs to my volleyball team, Bumphole Surfers. Hey, let's go. And shout outs to all the bases group, so teachers and students. Students, if you're watching this, do your homework. You got a test to study for, I promise.
Study hard.
Study hard.
There you go.
All right, so let's go ahead and get started with the deck list. We got the Heart and Soul deck, which is 3 Buzzsaw Shark. This guy needs to be a super rare, an ultra, or secret at some point. Like, Konami, please
Could be
give
a
it
PCR, yeah.
give it a rarity bump in the OTS. Like, we're really lacking. So I only play 4 like ideal normal summons. The other one is gonna be Lifeless Life-Fish, Leaf-Fish, and basically like what this guy does is he's gonna go ahead and target and then special summons another shark from your deck. And this one, the draw effect doesn't come up too often, but it's there in case for utility. It does on normal summon does foolish like what you need, so it'll foolish a few other cards that I'll mention here in a moment. The main extender that I always want to see is going to be Tenyi Spirit Shatana, and this is because like the shark deck really needs like a water body on board before you commit your normal summon. The other main extender that I always want to see next to Shatana is going to be the Abyss Shark. This card is just broken, so when water when water like starts getting really good, definitely should have 3 of these.
Briefly, what does it do?
So if there's a water monster on the field, I can go ahead and like special summon it, and it activates in hand, so it specials, and then I get to search any level 4, 5, or 3 fish from my deck. So you'll search your normal summon, depending on if you're trying to play against around Nib, you'll search this, and then if you just if you want to go ahead and just go like full deep combo, you'll search Bosa. And then it has like another like weird like effect that's come up a few times. It can be, so it's a level 5, but it can be treated as a level 4 for a number monster. So you basically make Kraken with it, and then also like it inflicts like double damage if your number monster inflicts battles a monster or something like that. Anyways, for more extenders, we also play the Silent Sea Nettles. This is pretty good because it has a banish effect, and then you can grab your you can basically like recycle water cards in your graveyard. I play the 1 Minyaruka. It's pretty good. Yeah, it just kind of goes ahead and just like extends a little bit more, and under like weird situations, it also like negates face-up cards if you banish it, so it can like play under skill drain. It gives you it gives you like a little bit like utility there.
Yeah. It
hardly comes up, but it's a good extender. Crystal Shark. This is the one that you want to kind of dump with Lifeless, and it's also a level 5. It's really good. So it's another extender. And then the right hand shark. This is like your brick. Like this one doesn't do anything in your hand, but in the graveyard, like once it starts like being in the graveyard, like these 2 are really good. So like they clear your board. You have no water monsters, this guy's going to be coming back, and it's also going to be protecting your XYZ monsters that you make, protect from battle. Yeah, okay. So it's pretty cool. But yeah, he's like hard break. Like I don't want to get him. Another extender that you sometimes search with Abyss Shark, and remember, Abyss Shark can search any of these that are fish. So these are aqua, and the Shatanas are worms. So you can't search these, but you can search any other ones, right? This is really good. This is like a little bit of extra like gas. So if you were watching the stream, it came up versus the Sword Soul player.
Is that card from Cosmo Blazer?
Yeah, it's really old card.
So this deck's been in the making for like
really
12 years.
Old card. And then the last extender that you want to summon like at the very end is going to be your Silent Angler, because once you go ahead and special summon this guy from your hand, you cannot special summon any other monsters from your hand at all. And there's a lot of restrictions in this deck, so you got to really like learn how to, you got to really know how to play through the restrictions. This guy locks you into XYZs. This guy locks you from special summoning monsters from your hand. This guy locks you into water monsters only. This guy locks you into XEs only. This guy locks you into water. So like, there's like so many restrictions that you gotta just like.
So you have to be aware of what you're actually doing.
You gotta check. You gotta check everything.
Okay.
And then you got the Foolish Burial. So I'm gonna go ahead and just count this as like a consistency extender card, because you like to send your right hand shark, or sometimes you'll want to go ahead and send your crystal shark, depending on what you need.
Okay.
Cool. So those are. Well, I guess I'll show you 3 more, and then 3 more extenders: the Instant Fusion and the Ready Fusion, since we're talking about extenders.
Yeah. So it's basically another level 4.
Yeah,
body.
another level 4 body on the field. So that's what you want. Let me move these out of the way real quick. All right, and then for the spells, so like on top of that, like we're also gonna go ahead and play the 3 Foolish Burial of Goods. So this card is really good because it's gonna go ahead and send. So it's going to go ahead and send the Ice Barrier, and then the Ice Barrier is going to grab. The Ice Barrier has like a few options, so like this deck is pretty consistent. It has a few options. So like if you don't open up with the Bishark, it's going to go ahead and you can banish this, and then you can go ahead and search for a Bishark. But not only that, you can also go ahead, if you do open up with a Bishark, you can send the Kaiju, which came up a lot. If you do open up with a Bishark and the Kaiju, then there's also like crazy plays by sending the Crystal Shark. So like this card is really good, and I do not regret playing the Foolish Burial engine. The only bad thing is, again, it's like another waterlog. So this is another waterlog.
Okay.
Consistency, Pot of Prosperity. Going second cards, you got the talents, the talents, and then the Forbidden Droplets. And then also for the traps, I'm playing the XYZ full armored XYZ. So this is like one of the new cards from Agov. It's all right. It's not the best, but it's got a few cute plays in there. And then the Gozen Match. It helps out with the make the lock
the true combo.
Yeah, the full combo. Full combo. Moving on to the extra decks. So in the extra deck, we play Kraken. This guy is just like literally MVP. So Bloodsaw Shark is the Heart and Soul, but this guy's the MVP. If it dies, it brings out the Kraken spawns, and then we also play the Bahama Sharks. Bahama Sharks make the 2 Toads. We play the Dweller for Unchained and Tier or any graveyard effects. And then we also go ahead and play, you know, if any of the rank 4s get like kind of stopped, I can go ahead and play the XYZ Armored Fortress, and this is like one of the new cards. It's pretty cool because it has plays with it can search you this, and then you can go ahead and XYZ. So there's been times where like I get debarriered and I have like level 4 monsters on the board. And maybe like I hard draw into this, so then I can XYZ summon on my opponent's turn using this. There's been times where I used the graveyard effect to play around Called by the Grave whenever I use like my Toads and they got Called by the Grave to try to banish one of them. It's really good. Like it has a lot of pretty cool utilities, but I did draw this card a lot, and it just kind of sucks. On top of that,
one more thing really briefly. So I know you were saying that these are like the Heart and Soul of the deck here. Really briefly for the people that aren't already aware, can you explain what they do?
Oh my goodness. Okay, yeah. So Kraken is broken. So Kraken has 4 different effects that you guys need to be aware of. So Kraken makes everything waters, and whenever. So he makes everything water. It's just a continuous effect. So if you have Gozen Match, like your opponent can literally not, they literally cannot summon, right? And then also, I can go ahead and during the main phase, quick effect, I don't have to detach or anything. I just pop a water monster that my opponent controls, and it doesn't target. So like a lot of my opponents were like, wait, what? Target? And I'm like, it doesn't target. And then I just pop. If it dies, then it goes ahead and special summons 2 Kraken spawns, right? And the Kraken spawns have like the same abilities, but they don't burn and they don't turn everything into water monsters. But they do pop water monsters, which came up in my Sword Soul matchup. I was able to pop a token and a Moye whenever they got rid of it with the Ozzy.
Gotcha. So they're able to
but they also attach a monster. So if you have Toads in the graveyard, you attach the Toads. And it's just like free plus, like just plus. You can play them defensively or you can play them offensively because you can just crash into your opponent's monsters.
Get a card back.
And whenever this guy dies, he brings back Kraken. And they're not like a hard once per turn. It's like a soft once per turn. So if you put a new Kraken on the board,
you get to pop. And then you also get your add back
exactly. Yeah. So this card is just hard carried the entire tournament.
Okay.
Moving on top of that, we got the new guy here, Quarter Century from Agov. He's pretty cool. There were a few plays with him, but But yeah, he's just there, like just to flex a little bit. Yeah. Zeus was really good. And then we play like the
targets.
the super poly targets and the instant fusion and ready fusion. So side decks, super polys, 2 lightning storms, 1 harpies, 1 thrust, and then the thrust is gonna help me get the dimensional barriers. These were pretty good against like decks that had like branded and stuff like that. So the ancient organisms were pretty good, and then the 2 evenly matches. So.
Okay. All right. Well, that is a very interesting deck. You don't really see it. You only really see like Rescue Ace and Pearly. So.
Yeah, but everyone knows I play waters here, so you know.
Yeah, and even with that, you still got second out of like 70
Yeah, it was
people.
pretty cool. So.
Any final thoughts on the deck?
Yeah. There was a last shout out to Yule because I was trying to find. So in time, it's funny because I wasn't trying to play Thrust. I was actually trying to play Silent Wabi. It's a really funny card that can be searched with Abyss Shark. And
it goes
it's just
to
like
their field, right? Or something
yeah,
like
so
that?
it special summons to their field. I think I gained 2,000 life points. So I gained 2,000 life points, and then like it just guarantees like me not getting lightning stormed evenly, impermed, and then if I draw Gozen, then like I guarantee the Gozen log on there. So it's like it's pretty good. Like I really missed this card in time, but Kraken, my bad. I was able to win. I forgot to explain the last effect. I was able to win one of the games because Kraken's last effect is that it also does burn damage whenever I pop the monster.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so I was able to win in time without the silent lobby and just going to Kraken. But yeah, that's the deck profile. Is really fun. Check out sharks. You know, shark your opponent multiple times during the tournament. No pun intended.
All right. Well, thank you. There you go. Have a great rest of your day.